live. Let's see what else we got. Who's going live? It's live from Kensington. Look at it. Oh, oh. You got a minute to look at this? It's working, it's working. See, I'm on 4 places now. I'm live on Facebook and Periscope and YouTube and now even Instagram I'm live. But I just found out that Instagram disappears. After I finish it, it's all gone. Well, thanks for coming, guys. Let me see if what some of this. The lighting looks decent, doesn't it? Anybody complaining about the lighting a little bit or not? Huh? Let's see what Facebook looks like in live. So what do you think of these tax stuff, huh? Ready? Well, that's going to encourage you to be a rich guy, huh? Because the richer you get, the less you go. But it seems like, I haven't read the details yet, but it seems like what we're going to do is go into debt for like $1.5 billion. So $1.5 billion. I'm sorry, $1.5 trillion. Yeah, to give 80% of it to rich people. That's sort of interesting. I wonder how far that's going to go. But we'll see. Never know. I never know anything anymore. That's the one thing I know for sure is I don't know everything. And that's what the thing is. I mean, I think life is so, God, it's so complicated. Nobody knows, and it's so tough to get things because it's hard. Nobody really knows what's going on. You know, and that's why the only thing you got to do is just keep doing stuff. And nobody knows what's going on anyway. So if you keep doing stuff that you're having fun with, what the hell? Yeah, you're at least having fun. And then once in a while you get lucky. And that's it. Like I've written 100 books, only about 10 have made money. So that is certainly my philosophy. And after I had so much schooling and MBAs and stuff like that, and they told me exactly what to do to be successful and get all this money and do all these things that are successful. None of that shit worked. At least it didn't work for me. But then when I started trying to have fun, that's what worked. Because then it didn't matter because it was working. Yeah, and I was having fun, so it was fine. So I have every time. That's it. Every day I'm on vacation. That's because I love my occupation. So that's what we're really trying to help other people do is find something in life that you really want to do. Because if you do that, man, then you got it knocked. And then plus, besides finding something in life you want to do, is to find something in life that is you feel important to do, but also to make money at it. So if you could find something you like to do and make money at it, man, you're a winner! Winner! Ding, 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 ding. And that's going to take some while because, you know, you have to figure out what the hell you want to do, you know, and what's important to do and all that kind of stuff. It doesn't happen by magic. You can't read books and do it. All the other stuff that books and everybody else is give you ideas. And that's the only thing, you know, you could probably do is just get ideas and options and things to try. But otherwise, let's see. Now I wanna I gotta get 1 or 2 more things here and get them going. I gotta see what this looks like. So that's why the experts, the best they could do is give you some options you never thought about. And that's why you always got to keep digging, looking, you know, what the hell's going on, where everybody is at. Let's see. Oh, Let's see, I'm trying to get live. I guess I am live. Okay, hi. Oh, Seal, Samuel, Watson. Good lighting. Yeah, it is nice. See, daytime is nicer. I'm in the kitchen, big lights here, and so that looks nice on the kitchen. Kindle, you're there, nice. Either man, I haven't been called that since second grade. That's great. Call me anything, as long as you remember my 800 number. Actually, I don't use 800 numbers before. I always had an 800 number because I was doing talk shows and things like that, and that's how people ordered. And that's why I found out, hey, I wasn't making much money selling my books in bookstores, so I was selling them direct. And now everyone sells direct. Yeah, there are very few books that are sold, in bookstores anymore. And that's what I'm trying to teach people. How many live streams are you doing? I'm doing 4 right now. Do you believe it? It looks like a press conference. I have 4 iPhones up here doing them. Because it's all, I just want to educate as many people as possible about the stuff I learned. I'm running out of town. I live in a small rural town. What good grants are there for you? Okay, yeah, small towns like that. Now I forget which one that is. A small rural town. Oh, I know who that is. That was Facebook said that. Yeah, they're not going to have a lot of programs at the town. See, a lot of programs are really at the federal, at the state, local, and county level. So it's better really to stick with the county, because the county will have most of the programs that everybody in your state has. So in other words, what the programs that are in a big state a big city in your state will also be available at your county level. I've ever found out about transportation grant money. I even found out about transportation grant. Oh, you did? Cool. Josh going, yeah, Instagram, Periscope, YouTube, and Facebook. Man, otherwise, I want to educate people. So the way people do, like I was helping a person on my phone thing, letsgo.com/talk, the $1 a minute thing, and he needed money for advertising. And I know he's got some product, that somebody else has said he could make a lot of money with selling, and that alone is, who knows? And now he wants to get money to advertise it. That's a logical thing to do, and I understand it. But I don't think it's a career to success. You can try, let's see, what type of grants are in Michigan? Probably almost the same as there are everywhere else, but they're at different offices. You have to go to a different office in Michigan. That's why if you go to letsgo.com/tutor, and then on the left-hand side, you see my state one-stop. I'm starting to do them for all states now. And I'll do one for your state if your state isn't there. Otherwise, you can wait, and I'll eventually get there and have a download for it. Otherwise, I'll do a custom for your state and do it that way. So that's important, but they are there so much. Okay, let's go over some of the places. Let me give you, so if you don't want to spend money for me to do your research, here's where to look. Okay, let's look at, and that's what my one program now that I have with 327 personal grants that you could use to live on while you're doing anything, for extra money, to live on, to pay your bills and expenses while you're going to school, or to pay your bills and expenses while you're starting a business, and all that kind of thing. Because it is, start at your county government. Now again, there's no one, like I say, what I generate is 327. There's probably a hell of a lot more because the report is like 450 pages now. So you have a single thing. But okay, if you go Google now, in your for your county, okay, in your rural area, who says any grants for people who receive Social Security disability in Maryland? Yes, I have a report already done for $59, Charlie, that I show you those 327 grants for people, no matter what income you are, no matter who you are. Maybe you'll be eliminated from some of them, but out of the 375, there's got to be 250 that everybody could apply for. And that's letsgo.com tutor. Maryland is one of the states that I've already finished, so you could download it right now. But here's where I go. Okay, if you go, let's say I live in Montgomery County, Maryland. So if you Google Career One Stop, or another word is workforce development. Okay, now that's where you could start finding things like, do you have to pay back a grant? No, Jason, absolutely not. Every program I'm talking about now in these grants and personal grants, you do not have to pay any of it back. Also, there's services that give you things like hospital care or doctor care, dental care, legal help, all those things. I saw you on Vice forever ago. Yeah, Vice. Yeah, that's still there. If you Google Vice. Let's Go, you'll see that nice review they did of me. It's a profile. So if you go and Google your county government, the name of your county, like mine is Montgomery County, and then Montgomery County Workforce, or Montgomery County Workforce is what most of them go. And that's a good central place to start digging around what's there because you're not working. Okay, things like you could get, and it depends on state, and you may have to go to the state government versus the county government. There's money to live on while you start your business. So how to take your unemployment money, if you're eligible for unemployment money, you could use that money not to look for a job, but to start a business. So that's what. Also, there's 2 or 3 ways that you could extend your unemployment money. Now, don't forget that everything the government does, nobody knows it all, and so even if you go and talk to somebody, they may or may not know. So that's why you have to go around them to ask somebody else. So if the county says no, you go to the state government. See, that's what I do when I do my research. Okay, I can't find a program like this that I know should be there, so I go to the state government and search around there. And the one thing when you're searching all this stuff, do not go to any website that does somebody wants me to reconnect, trying to reconnect. Ooh, who is that? Oh, I think that's Facebook trying to reconnect. I hope they get me back. Anyway, they don't know everything. So at the county level, so you may have to go to your state level to find more detail about it. So the other 2 programs, besides money to live on while you start your business, there's 2 other programs to extend your unemployment. And it's usually like if you're, it varies by state. That's why what I do in my reports, I'll show you the documentation, the law that makes them do that, because sometimes you have to tell the government, hey, look at it, this is the law. Yeah, good afternoon from your favorite, my favorite realtor. Nice to see you there, Santi. I'm glad you're there. You have to tell them what they have sometimes. And sometimes I just saw a review on Yelp that used one of these workforce development things. And he said, and the review said, a Yelp review for a government office. Actually, I saw a Yelp review for a jail. So some guy got out of jail and gave him a report. Reviewed him on Yelp, how good that jail was and the food and stuff like that. Yeah, that was cute. But anyway, so if you don't know what to ask for, you go to the state level, somewhere higher than the county, and there's other, to see what the options are. What are the programs for extending unemployment? Just so, hey, am I eligible? No, see, you got to see the rules. So that's why a lot of times what I do on the report you get, I show you the document that says they got to do this shit. Because sometimes the poor bureaucrats don't know. You can't know anything. I got 4 people live here sometimes, and I don't know what the hell they're all doing all the time. So how could an agency with 500 people in it or whatever know what's going on? They can't. That's why you have to show them sometimes what's going on. So that's one place to go. Also, what people don't realize, that if you're 50 or 60 or so, you could go to your local community college or your state university for free or next to nothing. That's it. So you want to get an education. You want to get you want to get, an education. Still, you want to get a degree. You want to become a doctor, a lawyer, Indian chief, or whatever the heck it is. You don't have to pay all these outrageous fees. Do you have an Airbnb? Yes, I do. Down in Washington, D.C., make a ton of dough. And you can too. And this is a very important thing. Somebody texted me that if I have an Airbnb. And yes, and I was in China 2 years ago, and I used an Airbnb there, and I said, boy, these are terrific, So we put our apartment down in D.C., and people just throw money at it. And what's important about that is that it is growing like nothing else. It shows you what's happening in our economy, and that's what you have to do. I mean, if you want to have fun in life, or whatever, you don't want to be going after stuff that everybody, that in dying industries. That's when everybody is like Mad Max. Everybody's fighting each other for that last, gallon of gas or whatever the hell it is. No, you want to be something that's growing, where everybody's fun and happy and making too much money. Then they're nicer. We get angry and ornery. Ornery. That's it. Ornery when we feel threatened. We get like a rat in a corner, right? So we don't want to, people are mean that way. We don't want that. We don't want to hang around mean people, no. So that's why you want to go in growth industry. Okay, now here's a program, here's a business you could start without money. See, this guy, so many people are drilled into their head that we need money to start a business. You do not. You do not. You do not. Unless you have a lot of money. I mean, you could say you do, and if you don't have any customers, then yes, that's one way to get them, but you don't have money. So you have to be clever enough how not to have to use money to get business. And there's other ways. So just get over that thing and start investigating the other ways. Like if, let's see, we need to be notified when you're about to do it. I did, Rick. I about an hour ago. I said notice. I guess you have to subscribe. So on YouTube, subscribe, or on Facebook, subscribe. Or I'm not sure how Facebook works to be notified. So if you subscribe to my stuff or whatever, I try to give it out an hour before I get. And don't forget, you can always go back and watch, because on YouTube they're there forever. Yeah, but on. Yes, and on Periscope, I gave out a little blast. So subscribe to me on Periscope, so you know that the stuff is coming too, or YouTube, wherever you watch this. Hey Skipper, what was that? Hey Skipper, I'm happy to see you. I'm disabled, want to start a nonprofit maintenance business for low income and elderly. That's a good idea. Have low income and elderly do the maintenance, and have that as a business. That's terrific. Okay, if you go to letsgo.com/tutor, I'm going to have a report that will show you the 10 best places of free money and help to get a nonprofit started, okay? And by the way, you don't even have to be a nonprofit to start this. You just do it. You find a customer. You find somebody to complete the business. So forget about being a nonprofit, to tell you the truth. Just do the goddamn business. Nobody's going to say, are you a nonprofit or not? I mean, that may be helpful later, but it doesn't matter. You got other things. All you do is start thinking about just go get a customer somewhere. And then figure out how to do it, and then you're in business. So with one customer, you're in business, because now you have to know how to do the work. Okay, so that's all you have to do. You're right, a cleaning business. Then you can get government contracts, and that's free help to do that. And then you're living forever. Hi, Skipper, I'm happy. Yeah, I mean that's a terrific idea. But start learning. Just start. Don't start thinking about all the shit you need, man, because that list is never going to stop. And you'll be doing that forever and never doing anything. And so if you just go out and say, okay, I'm going to clean stuff, and now you have a business card made or whatever the hell it is, that you could go and say, hey, I'm in the business of clean. When do you want me to come over and clean? That's it. That's all you need. Somebody wants to hire you, somebody you don't, okay? And you start figuring out what they want to hire you. What about money to register a business as an LLC? Don't register a business as an LLC. I'm registered a business but didn't make money and was closed by government because I didn't do it. Right, exactly. Don't do an LLC. Who the hell cares if you got an LLC or not? Your customer doesn't care, and now you wasted money or whatever. So that's another thing. I'm sorry, Edgar. But I'm trying to get people to realize all that crap everybody tells you about what you need for a business is wrong. You need a customer. Forget about LLC. Forget about anything. Accountants and lawyers and all that kind of stuff. How many Airbnbs do you have? One. And just go out and get a customer. That's all you need. And that's why if you don't have money, fine. Then figure out how to get a customer without money. There's ways to do it without money. You do it with publicity. You do it by just acting crazy like I did on TV. Man, I couldn't afford advertising, but I found that people put me on their TV show if I acted crazy. Fine. I love acting crazy. What got me thrown out of so many classes in school now makes me a lot of money. I'm thinking of opening an Airbnb as a second home. Is that a good idea? It probably is, but why don't you start now and taking a room in your own home and do that? Why don't you start, instead of doing it as a second home, why don't you find other people that have property that they're not using all of and start doing that on Airbnb? See, the important thing is how do you get customers and do that? So you could start learning that right now without pissing away 6 months trying to find a house. And then because then you'll know you'll learn about getting customers. So why spend all that time, money, and energy in getting a house and then, now I'm going to do an Airbnb. Oh, that doesn't look good. I just tried it and it didn't work. Now, see, you can't. You're wasting time, money, and everything. It sounds like right thing to do because we've all been trained in school. Okay, you need a business plan. A business plan for what? What the hell are you going to plan? You don't know what you're going to do next Thursday. How are you going to plan for 6 months from now? So forget that. Find out realize what's the most important thing for you to do in a business is getting a customer. So you just figure out an easy way so you can get there first, so you could see if this is a good business. I want to marry a tall girl. Well, you should date a few first to see before you get married. You're not going to grab the first tall girl and get married. No. So you date a few and take little steps towards things that are important. Getting an LLC is not important to your business. Having the right business card is not important for you. Having the perfect website is not important to your business. None of those things are important to your business except getting. Is it profitable to borrow money to an apartment and use it for an Airbnb? It may be. Okay, but right now it's more profitable before you do that and make more money. See, it's better to make less money and figure out the business. So you find somebody else's apartment that they're not. In other words, so you go, who's renting apartments, okay? You go in wherever they rent apartments in your area and say, hey, let me put your apartment on Airbnb and see if I can get customers and see how good that is, and I'll share the money with you. Okay, now you're in the same business as you would have been if you bought the apartment and then figured all that out, and you're out of money and out of time and whatever to do that. And now you're making money already, so you're only making half the money you would, but what the hell, even if you made zero money, making zero money and getting a customer is better than spending all this money up front and maybe getting no customers. So that's what you want to do. That's how life is. Life is not a sprint, man. It's a long game you got to play. So the longer you keep in the game, the more you got a chance of winning. So if you shoot your wad of it, if you're wasting time and money and everything up front, I ain't going to buy an apartment, I got to have this, I got to look, I got this, because you're making an investment. So it has to be an important thing to do. So you got to spend a lot of time. You could take 6 months to find an apartment, to buy. Instead, putting that in the paper, hey, somebody's trying to rent their apartment. Hey, until you get a renter, let me do it on Airbnb for you, okay? And I'll split the money. I don't care, right? Just give me a month notice or something like that, because you could just block out dates anytime on Airbnb and put it, and then try that, And so you're in business already, and so a week goes by and you're already getting customers, So that's what's it, versus 6 months going by and you still don't know what the hell you're doing and you lost a lot of money. Or you put out a lot of money. You don't know if you lost it, but more like you did. This way, you save that possibility of losing any money and you're in business because you're bringing in money, okay? Even if you're breaking even is better, because now you have no upfront money. So what the heck? My son just put something on. He came up and took a picture of me with the 4 videos, with the 4 phones here. And we're back, yes. So if you go on YouTube, I'm sorry, on Facebook, you could see me with the 4 iPhones in front of me that I'm broadcasting at the same time, instant, live from my kitchen in Kensington, Maryland. That's it. You should do a class workshop. Yeah, I just want to teach everybody what I know. I've picked up so much stuff, helping rich people, helping people do stuff or whatever. And I love digging out information and fun stuff. I'll check on my county website. So that's why it is, see, that's what I mean about how to start a business. You don't need money. Everyone thinks, I talk to so many people, and then so many people that get scammed out of, promises on the internet. This is an internet business for you to have. And it's not going to happen. If it does, I'll take you to dinner. I'll do something. And it happens once in a while, I'm sure. But 99 times out of 100, it's not. And you got to cut down the odds for that. You want to, make sure you get the best chances possible. And that's really by using your heart or using stuff that doesn't cost money. Sure, any dummy could spend money, right? So that's why when they say half the businesses failed because of short on capital, that's stupid. That's stupid. Sure. I didn't have enough capital to waste. If I had more capital to waste, I could have stayed longer. Businesses, how could you do it without any capital? Because then it's good, then people really want it, and you're not shoving things down somebody's throat because you have a lot of money. That's what happened in the dot-coms. When that was going, these people were getting billions, or millions actually, millions of dollars of venture capital because everybody thought that they'd have the next Facebook or whatever, and so they were investing all this money and giving it to these upstarts that had no business at all yet. And then they were putting ads on the Super Bowl and spending millions of dollars and getting like $10,000 of business from $1 million ad. You can't do that, see? And that's why nobody knows what that ad is worth to their business, especially a new business. People say, oh, I just have to do this and the pay for clicks here. And wait, you're going to pay for clicks? Man, look at the Russians, are hacking us and know how to click for freeze. And so if you're going to give somebody money for every click you get on your website, how the hell do you know that's a real person? So don't pay for clicks unless you have experience. You know exactly how many clicks you need to what's a good pay for click that will pay for itself, and you know the answers. But going out and spending money to get the answers, no, you do that for free because they're just getting your money. You don't know what it's worth to you, so you shouldn't buy anything unless it's free. That's why anybody who says they have traffic, they're going to make you money, you say, okay, I'll give you a piece of the sale. Because they're going to talk about how much money you're going to make if you get all this, and you say, okay, if you think it's that good, then I'm going to. Okay, I'll give you half the money I make. Okay, and you give them half the money, and that's a great deal. That's what bookstores do. That's what retail stores. If you put your product in a store, they get half the money. Okay, and so they buy. They sell it for $100. They buy it for you from $50. That's normal. Stores. There's all different variations of that. So where do I go to state of Alabama? Because I try to start my own business. Well, a couple of things, Carlos. You want to know where to go to state in Alabama? Start a business. There's dozens of places, and it depends on the kind of. The place to start really is a business development center. They have them in Alabama, everywhere else. These are free people. Sit down with you for free. But and they'll help you, counsel you, and everything. I got videos of people do this. For free. They're getting grants to help you for free, but that's just one place. You can't rely on one place. There's hundreds of places. Life is not trying one thing. If it doesn't work, it's quitting. Then you don't want to do it. So screw it. Why even you're going to do that? You got to find things in life that you really want to do, because you're going to have to go to 100 places to really figure it out. And if you're not willing to do that, go get a job you hate. But see, you could find one of that. And that's why don't just try to sell something on the internet and make money. Let's go. It is affordable to outsource the cleaning in an Airbnb. Yes, well, it really depends, but that's a lot of people, and that's a business. You be an Airbnb cleaner and fixer-upper. That's another business. See, people are starting businesses that way. So you handle other people's property and do all that kind of stuff too for other people. That's another business. See, that's why in these growth industries, they're creating businesses that you don't know. Now, here's another business on Airbnb they're putting, because they give you customers for this, is giving people who come to town and staying in Airbnbs unique experiences. Maybe somebody you put on like if they come to your town, you'll do a little tour of all the best bars for beer in Milwaukee. And so they go with you. So you got 3 guys in the car with you, and you go for 3-4 hours visiting the best bars in Milwaukee. See, I mean, the concierge isn't going to have a tour like that, but you will, Or maybe, you take them somewhere at the public library and give them a tour or some kind of history lesson about Milwaukee, or anything unique. I mean, people have gone like, okay, I'll show you, come on over to my house, I'll show you how to cook palakis or whatever. Maybe you make some Polish dish that you train people how to do. Or that's another thing. You have people over for dinner and they pay to do this. They don't want to go to some fancy restaurant. They're the same all over the world. They want to go to a town, and see what people in that town, live like, what they look like, and learn from that experience. That's what traveling is. Traveling isn't going to a Holiday Inn like it is everywhere else, and eating at the same, Olive Garden that's everywhere else. That's dumb. That's a dumb travel. So that's why people say in people's homes now, because they get the experience. What's a life like that? People go to other people's homes and eat dinner with them and things like that. It's great, man. They go to a ball game with them and have a local person tell them all about, the stadium at the local ball game. See, there's all that kind of stuff you could get. If I ask something, would you help me? Yes, Lester. I just can't shut up. That's the problem. It is cold over there. No, it's quite nice today. It's in the 70s. It was cold yesterday. I went out running yesterday. Woo! Get me run faster. Today it didn't run so fast. A little warmer. I wind up running faster. When it's colder. So what's your state? Lester, what's the question? Also, remember, you could also ask me personally on the phone, lesco.com/talk. We could talk about questions, any question you have, and then I'll email you the source for the answers. So you say, hey, where do I get money in Alabama? Okay, I'll talk about this so I understand your business more, and then I'll put together some of the best sources of information and email them to you on that. Also, I'm doing now the 327 sources of personal grants for your state. And I'm doing that. I've got 7 or 8 states, or I'll do one for your state if I don't have it. If you go to lesco.com/tutor and look at the state one-stops, that I'm really collecting. So everybody now will have one place to go. Every source of personal grants and free services and free ways to make money in one spot. So you don't have to ever use Google again. Where do I get money in Long Island? In Long Island, that's where you go, but you got to know where to go there. And it depends on what you want. I mean, there's dozens and dozens of offices. And not only in Long Island and Georgia, the same thing. And that's what I do. I give a list. There's no one place. If you want a place to start, is 211. You want another place to start, is contact your elected official. You want another place to start, is go to your library and ask a reference librarian for help. they will know a lot of this stuff too. That will help you. Now what I do is I catalog all of them. I've been studying this for 40 years now. It's probably longer than that because I've been saying 40 for a few years. So we're probably longer than 40. I put all that together and I'm putting it state by state. If I don't have your state, just put the one and I'll do it for your state. If I don't have it available yet. So I'm getting there. And you can always email me at letsgofreeradio@gmail.com. letsgofreeradio@gmail.com. No, you don't need a business plan to get money. Screw the business plan. You do if you want to go to the bank. You do if you want to go to venture capital. But you don't want to do that unless you want to. A lot of people still do that. I don't know why. But if you don't have money, you don't need to do that. There are too many other ways to do that without having to do all those. Those bureaucrats are over, or at least they're shrinking. Nothing dies overnight. It'll be shrinking. These other new ways you don't even need a credit check. To get money. You can get $50,000, $100,000 without credit checks, and that's using the internet for that. And you do a little video and raise money for there's just too many other ways to live in this world than what we normally accept. It's changing every day. That Carlos, I went to that source you're talking about. What source? And they did counsel me on some things, but one thing they didn't like was that you put it up some collateral, something like your house or car. Well, okay, so I think Carlos is saying you went to the Small Business Development Center and they want you to put up some collateral. It could be, yes. Nobody's going to just give you money. It depends. Sometimes they will. Like, here, okay, you want training money? That's for free. You need extra money to live on? That's for free. But you say, hey, I need $50,000 to start this business. That's going to be tough unless you get venture capital people, if you have no money yourself or some collateral. You're right. But now what you have to do, Carlos, is think about another way to get to the same business without doing that. That's what takes creativity, and that's why you have to do it. If it was that easy, if everybody could get money for doing anything they have in mind, no, that's not going to work. You have to know what tools are out there and then how to make them use for you. That's what it is. Yes. So if you want to talk more about it, Carla, give me a call because then I can understand more what the heck you want to do and how to put that together. But now you know at least that source. Now they'll help you with that place that also helped you to tell you you have to put up some collateral for your business, and that's likely so for the kind of business you have or want to do. But I think, I can't be positive. Nobody be positive about anything. I could probably show you ideas how to do that without having that money, where you have to put up collateral and everything. It's figuring out a more unique way to get those resources that you think are important to do the business. And there are probably options to do that besides just buying them yourself, and that's the key. I forget what it was. Okay, what site can you advertise diners in your home? They're a crowdfunding site. I put that in my 325 sources of money, Criminal Zoo. That's in there, but it's a It is crowdfunding. I'm trying to think if it's crowdfunding or share-to-share or peer-to-peer. I think it's peer-to-peer. These are the buzzwords in the new economy. So just Google like dinners at home, and you'll see there's a half a dozen platforms that do that. I have some video interviews of people who've done that, and I have them. That's the kind of stuff I put in my report to show you examples of people that did it, or even people that run the websites and stuff like that. But if you just put, have travelers over for dinner, or it's and put peer-to-peer in that search too, or shared economy. They're the keywords to find that. If you get stuck, email me, letsgofreeradio@gmail.com. And if you don't hear from me in a day or two, Criminal Zoo, just beat on me or send me to jail. And I'll make sure you find some of that stuff, okay? Okay, guys, I got to do lots of research I got to do for people. I got to get that so I can learn more and then share more of this free stuff I learned, because I'm digging those stitches every day for you and trying to find out what it. I dressed up as Matthew Lesker for Halloween. Do you have an email I could send you? Oh, I'd love to see it, yes. Here's my email, letsgofreeradio@gmail.com. Let's Go Free Radio gmail.com. Let's see, where is that? I don't know where my chatting thing went. But let's go free radio at gmail.com. Are you using Facebook Live Producer? No. Just on my iPhone. It's so easy for me to do that. Let's go free radio at gmail.com. Maybe I'll put that. Are you on? Who asked me for the who did the question mark suit? Let's go free radio at gmail.com. Show chat. Let's see. Let me show chat. Let me put. Let me see. I gotta sign in the chat. Sorry guys, I did forget to sign in the chat. Okay, that's there. And then for the talk service, and oh, they don't let me put in a website. Okay. Let's go.com/talk or okay, I need to do a custom search for my county. Okay, yeah, actually I do it for the state. So you get your county, your state, you do everything in that. What state are you in now, Oliver? Matthew, can you use this credit in Georgia? Yes, I could do a report in Georgia too, yeah. That's easy. It just takes a while. If I don't have it pre-done, then I'll do it and I could charge you the same price. It's just going to take me about 2 weeks to do it. So if you want Georgia, Jackson County, Oregon, yeah, I could do it. Yeah, I could do it for Oregon. So if you order any one of the, if you go to letgo.com tutor and look. Look at the state one stop on the left hand side, and if you click any, I have about 7 or 8 reports now for $59. I have the custom ones for $79, but if you're getting it from here, to go to the 59 and I'll do one for your state. And even though it's, you know, I have like New York now, I have New Jersey, I got a bunch of states there, but just click on one of those, so pay the $59, and in the notes section, put what state you want, okay? Any grants to start a church? Yes. Actually, nonprofit money, yes. And I'm doing a, somebody said about grants to start a church, a nonprofit. I'm going to have a report probably be up on my website, letsgo.com tutor, in a few days, and I'll show you the 10 best places to get money to start any kind of nonprofit, whether it's a church or anything. And it's a terrific source. It gives you all the details to get the best places, because otherwise you'll search in Google and get 20 million websites. You don't know it. Here's the 10 best. And you milk those, and you got a better chance of success than anywhere else. Is there grants? Yes, absolutely. Yes, there's grant for churches. Yeah, and that's what I'll do. Yeah, and I'll show you how to do that. It's really nonprofit. And then you need other stuff. What I have in my business reports on free money and help to start any kind of business, that's churches too. But what I'm doing now is a separate little thing for about $20 that I'll show you just the 10 best, and I take you through the step-by-step how to use all those 10 sources, you know, the 10 best sources to get money for your nonprofit and church, because a church, and this is all money you don't have to pay back. Remember, everything I'm showing you is money you don't pay back, okay? That's what I'm about. I mean, I have some loans, but they're going to be cheaper loans than you get some elsewhere. But it's all money and services that you do not pay back. So you got 327 sources of money you do not have to pay back. If there's 7 you have to pay something back on, that's a lot. So 7 out of 327. So that's what I'm trying to educate people about. That's why I want to do this for a long time. I don't think there's anything better for me to do because I love doing the research. I love finding this for people. And so let me help you too, okay? That's all I plan to be here for. And love that lady over there. She's in the kitchen, okay? So I'm going to do that too. Okay? And
I was hoping
kids.
you'd include that. I was a little concerned. That's all I want to do is make reports. Wow. Good luck with that.
Right. Okay, guys. Thank you so much. See you soon. Because I can't shut up. Okay, talk to you later.